friends, welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather, and today we are going to start this weekend reading vlog. It's going to be Camp Weekendween Readathon, as well as the last few days of the Trick-or-Treatathon readathon. We're just going to vlog, and I've got some good books that I'm really excited to read for the next few days. So it is Friday the 29th, so we've got Halloween in 2 days after this, and I'm so excited to be getting dressed up and doing fun stuff and, you know, all the Halloween vibes for the weekend. But let's go ahead and first subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my Instagram and Goodreads down there so we can talk bookish on all of these different platforms. And let's go ahead and talk about my TBR for Camp Weekendween this weekend. So there are 4 prompts that were given in this readathon. If you haven't seen the announcement, it's from Gabby Reads and Olivia Reads a Latte, so I will leave some information down below about the readathon, and you can go check out their channels. But I've got the 4 prompts, and I actually have like 4 books that I'm planning on reading, and it's gonna be kind of a witchy weekend. It's kind of what's happening, and I'm really excited about it because I've got some great books planned. But the first prompt is to read a book with green on the cover. And so for this one, I've got a couple things that are going to have green on the cover, and this is the only book that really is not very witchy, but I really want to finish up The House in the Cerulean Sea. I'm about halfway through it. It's a reread for me. I'm very much enjoying it. It makes me smile and laugh. And also for the Trick-or-Treatathon, I'm trying to fill out my bingo board, and this book, when I finish it, it's going to give me 2 bingos. So I really want to finish this one to also get some extra points for that. So if you haven't heard about what this is about, we're following Linus, and he works for the Department of, Department in charge of magical youth. And he basically goes around to these orphanages where all these magical kids live, and he just makes sure things are running smoothly and well, and the kids are being taken care of. So he gets charged with a super classified orphanage, and he's going to go stay out on this island for a month and check into things. And he just goes out there, and the kids are just so stinking cute and sweet, and he just kind of like falls into this world that he's just like, what is happening? One of the kids, I don't know. The kids are really cute. Just know that this is heartwarming and sweet, and Linus is like terrified of these kids that are just like, they're just kids and they're adorable. But yeah, super fun read, and I'm really enjoying my reread. It just makes me smile every time I pick it up. Then we have the prompt of having some kind of group of teens as the main characters. And so for this one, I would like to read These Witches Don't Burn. And this is about this girl. She is a witch, and she has this coven, and she feels like she has there's some kind of dark magic happening in the town that she lives in, and she needs to stop it, but her coven doesn't believe her, and so she teams up with her ex-girlfriend to go and try and figure out who this witch is and take her down. And I'm like, witchy coven. It does have a little bit of green, like where the flower stems are on this cover, and kind of group of teens, because there's like a coven, and I'm pretty sure, I think they're like older teens, because I think they're in college, but I could be wrong. It could be high school. But yeah, that's what we're going with. And then we have slasher, thriller, horror novel. And for this one, I've got Witches, which is a graphic novel here, and it says, when the Rooks family moves to the remote town of Litchfield, New Hampshire, to escape a haunting trauma, they're hopeful about starting over. But something evil is waiting for them in the woods just beyond town, watching from the trees, ancient and hungry. So yeah, that's gonna kind of work in there. So there's something creepy in the woods. So they're trying to get away from a haunting trauma, but it seems like they just ran right back into one. And this one might end up working for the next prompt, as well as I have another book that they both kind of don't really work for the prompt, but they kind of are just gonna have to work. And that's to read a book that's in some kind of camp setting. So they are in some woods here, so that's what I was thinking there. But I also have the audiobook of The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and not really camping in this one, but this baby ends up getting raised in the woods by this witch. So kind of they're camping out in the woods, but it's also just where the witch lives. So in this one, we're following basically this town leaves a sacrifice of a baby every year to this witch that lives in the woods. And she's like, why do they keep doing this? So she takes the baby, feeds it Starlight, and brings it to a different town to adopt it to another family. And one of the babies, she accidentally feeds it Moonlight instead of Starlight. And so the baby ends up getting magical powers. So she decides to raise it. And then I think the child's getting a little bit older. She's like in her teens. And some people from the town decide that they're going to go after this witch because they're tired of giving up their babies. And so that's kind of my general idea on that one. But it's kind of witchy and fun. And so that's like 3 witchy books for the weekend here. And then just finishing off this guy. So yeah, it's kind of not really campish, but like kind of we're gonna make it work. So yeah, that's where we're going, and I will update you guys soon when I've read something. Good morning, friends. How are we doing? It's nice and bright and early in the morning. I'm headed to the hospital for my clinicals all day today. So yeah, it's like almost 5:45. That's when I need to head out. And I will be back home around 7:45, 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's going to be a really long day, but I'm going to bring my new Kindle along with me. I just got this new case yesterday and I am loving it. And I'm going to try and read These Witches Don't Burn when I have breaks. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I started it last night and I got about a third of the way in. So basically we're following our main character. She is a elemental witch and she is part of this coven, and some weird things start happening like around with her friends and around the school and stuff. And it's like the summer before she goes back into her senior year in high school. And she ends up having to enlist her ex-girlfriend to help her figure out what's going on, because the high priestess of the coven and all the adults don't really think that anything's going on. But she's like, no, I like feel it. I know there's something going on. There's like a weird raccoon sacrifice with like a pentacle on fire, and these runes written in blood on the side of the this museum. And I guess everything hasn't really had any traces of magic attached to it. So that's why it's been kind of weird. And they're like, no, there's nothing going on. This is just some rag trying to do weird stuff. And she's like, I really just don't think so. And she just has this intuition that something else is going on. But there's nobody else really her age or anything in the coven that she can kind of be like, I need some help figuring this out besides her ex-girlfriend. So she's kind of teaming up with her and they're trying to figure out what's going on. But there's definitely some struggles between the two of them. She feels like Veronica's controlling and always has to be doing things her way or no way. And that's why she's like, that's why they broke up, according to her. But Veronica's like, I don't see that. So yeah, definitely still some tension and things brewing there. But yeah, I'm curious as to where this is going to go. I'm enjoying it. It's been really fun so far. And so we'll see. And then I also started listening to The Girl Who Drank the Moon. And this one, I'm only 15% in, so I'm not super far into it, but should be able to listen to it on my drive. And this one, we're following this witch who takes in this baby and feeds her Moonlight, and she starts raising her, and there's a little dragon that she has staying with her. I don't know what the other guy is that's with her, but he's always reading poetry and stuff. And they're raising this baby, and they're waiting for her magic to come out. They're like, we can feel it inside of her. She's full of magic, but it's not actually coming out of her. She's not doing anything with it. They're worried that she's gonna just end up with all this magic. And then we're also following this kid in town, and this town is just really messed up, and these elders that kind of put on the sacrifice. They know that there's no witch out there. They just do it to keep like the town in check and stuff. And but the kid doesn't, you know, none of the town people know this, or the kid or anything. And he tries to avoid these sacrifices every year and make up some excuse to not go. And it's starting to get noticed in not a good way. So it's kind of what we're following, but I feel like he's the one who's going to go into the woods and be like, I need to prove myself. Let's go figure this out or something, you know? I don't know. It's cute so far. It's a good little setup. I'm enjoying listening to it, so we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I just wanted to say good morning and hello and show you my cute new Kindle case. Happy Halloween! I'm getting ready right now with my daughter. We are being zombies together. She's a zombie cheerleader and I'm a zombie scientist. Got my little goggles here and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're just doing makeup. Her hair's green. We ran out of green hair stuff to spray mine, but that's okay. So quick bookish updates before we go out and go trick-or-treating. I was reading these Witches Don't Burn on my Kindle, and I finished it this afternoon, and it was super cute and fun, and I really liked it. I'm not sure what I want to rate it yet. I'm going to run it through Compile. I'll let you guys know, but I enjoyed our main character and her kind of coming into her own and deciding what she wants, and she's kind of working with the ex, and they've been friends for like since they were kids, and they're in the same coven, but then she's kind of like, I don't think I want to be in this relationship anymore, and she meets like a different girl, and so kind of enjoyed that plot line and was getting a little swoony with the new girl. And you know, she's just got some good friendships going on, great parents, but then we also have this kind of invading something, like there's somebody after them, but nobody wants to believe that there is somebody there. And, you know, I don't know, it was cute and fun, YA kind of fantasy-esque, witchy fantasy. I don't know, I have a whole bunch more to say at the moment on it, but I definitely enjoyed reading it, and I flew through it pretty quickly. And I was reading it on my breaks yesterday, and it was fun. And then I'm getting farther into The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe 2/3 of the way through the audiobook, and that one's pretty cute too. I'm not like feeling super strongly anyway about it, to be quite honest. I am enjoying the concept of the story. I like the little cute dragon and the swamp monster. They are just always spewing out cute stuff. The dragon thinks he's like this huge formidable dragon, and he's like tiny, and the swamp monster's always talking in like poetry. Oh, the poet says da, 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 da. So that's kind of cute and fun. It's a good one. It's fun to listen to. It's just not like anything that's blowing my mind at the moment. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about that one. And I haven't really made any progress in House in the Cerulean Sea quite yet, but I'm hoping to tonight get into this one maybe. But I also kind of, I'm also thinking I'm gonna watch maybe a scary movie with the hubs. So, but we're gonna go trick-or-treating. I don't know what's going on outside. And that's what's happening. Hello friends. So Halloween was great, so fun. I had a blast going out with some family. We had a really good, fun little display of food that we ate before that was kind of Halloween fun, like a pumpkin with like guac coming out its mouth and a bunch of chips, and we had this kind of skeleton guy and like had ribs, meat, like actual ribs, but like looked like his ribs, and I don't know, I'll try and picture here for you guys. And then we went out trick-or-treating and had some fun doing all of that. So yeah, zombie vibes were really fun with my daughter this year. She's kind of fun because she likes to do kind of girly stuff or like something to do with like some movie she's into, but she also like enjoys the aspects of Halloween where she's like, I also kind of want to do something scary. And so we kind of, you know, mixed those things together with her little zombie cheerleader going on. So it was fun. And I also did a bunch of reading yesterday. And after we got back and everything, and I
was like, I really want to finish these books so they can count towards my bingo board for Trick or Treatathon. I did an awesome job with that. I'm so excited because, yeah, it was like, I got a bunch. I'll put my bingo board here, but like I've got a whole bunch of bingos. I only had like 3 squares left to like black it out. Oh, maybe next year I'll be able to do that. But let's just run through the books real quick. So we finished These Witches Don't Burn, which I really enjoyed. It was a really fun YA witchy type story. And I thought it was really cute, and I liked the kind of, you know, relationship stuff going on between the main character and her ex and the new girl and her best friend and all their bonds and different stuff going on there. But then also we had this fun witchy story where somebody's after them, and the elemental magic was really cool, and how they used their magic and stuff I thought was really interesting. But there's also like casters and blood witches. So we didn't really get to learn too much about like casters and how their magic worked, but a little bit about the Blood Witch. And then this is a series. I think it's 2 books, so the next book maybe we'll go into that a little bit more. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to pick it up. I thought it was really cute, and I'm landing at a 4-star for my rating there. And then I was listening to The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, and, you know, I was kind of feeling neutral about it, but it did end pretty cute. I enjoyed how it kind of came together and what was really going on with this town and the witch that was in the woods, and how they kind of, you know, rounded everything out. And I think, honestly, my favorite parts of the story were the swamp monster and the dragon. Like, I just thought they were really cute and sweet, and I really enjoyed those side characters so much. I think overall, like, if I was younger, I would have loved this story a ton, and I'm glad that I read it. But I also like feel like so many people, even as adults, just like swoon over this story and really, really enjoy it. And for me, it was worth reading, and it was cute and fun, but it still wasn't anything like that special or different for me. So I'm giving it 3 stars, but I think that's just because for me it just wasn't for my age group, and sometimes that works for me, and sometimes it doesn't, and that's fine. I think it would be really fun to like have my daughter maybe read it when she gets a little older or something, and be cute to read together or that kind of thing. It just, yeah, it wasn't anything like mind-blowing or something that just really like was amazing to me, but it was cute. So that's kind of where that one's at. And then the last thing was that I finished up reading The House in the Cerulean Sea, and this again was just a reread for me. I had another like 50% of this book to read, and it was just as cute as the first time. I enjoyed, you know, just smiling and all the heartwarming moments, and yeah, just Lucy and Linus like bonding over music. I thought that was really sweet, and I just picked up on some of those other little moments where like you can see Linus starting to fall in love with the kids and Arthur, and yeah, it was really sweet and cute and fun, and I just blew through the last half. I've read it before, so it's not like it was anything that was going to take a lot of brain power, but it was cute and it made me smile. So if you haven't read this book, it's adorable, and it's just, if you're in a bad mood, like this book will just bring you out of it, you know? So yeah, it was a really fun witchy type weekend. We had a couple witchy books, and I feel like I'm almost forgetting something. Did I read something else and I'm just spacing out? Oh, I know what it was. I was thinking about reading that graphic novel, Witches, and I did not get to it. I didn't get to any of the graphic novels I picked up from the library, so I don't know if I'm going to read those. I might just bring them back because I'm really trying to read books off of my shelf before we do our big move. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. But if you haven't checked out, Belle's Bookland went up recently, and I kind of talk about that and how much I really just need to read the books off my shelf so I can unhaul some stuff. So we should have probably a good big unhaul video coming at some point here soon. But I hope you guys had a really good weekend, and tell me if you guys dressed up. Tell me what you were. I would love to hear down below. And if you guys had some really fun books you read for October or for like the Halloween season, I'd love to hear what you guys have been up to. So let me know. And it was good chatting with you, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys.